Hello, and welcome to Inside the Tornado, Brevard's very own talk show where we invite very special student athletes to come and take a dive into their lives. I'm your host, Alex Bolton, and I ask you to please hold on as we take a step inside the tornado. Today's tornado is a very special one. We have a category Carnes. Inviting on today, Brevard men's basketball number 12 senior Jadon Carnes. How you doing today, Jadon?
I'm doing great. Can't complain.
Oh, man, you've been behind the scenes on Inside the Tornado now for every single episode but the very first one. And nobody's known that, but you are finally taking a step in front of the camera. How does that feel today?
It feels good. I always enjoy probably being behind the camera than I do being on it, but I'm excited. I'm excited to be on in front of the camera today. Should be fun.
And it's going to be a very fun time because you know exactly what the first question I ask every single day, and now it's finally your turn, brother. I want to ask you, Jadon, who is Jadon Carnes?
Who am I? I am a kind-hearted person who is just trying to live my life for my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Simple and put. Love that. Oh, my gosh. Well, brother, as you know, every single time I like to go ahead and get into a nice little game. And you being a basketball connoisseur, as you will, you know, you don't just play the sport, but you love the sport. You live and breathe the sport. I want to get into some interesting facts about basketball. And so today we're going to play an interesting game and kind of test your knowledge. This game is called Do You Know Ball? I'm gonna tell you, brother, I know ball, so you're lucky that we're not doing a little battle here, because I think I might cook you. I ain't gonna put you out there to dry today. Well, we're gonna test and see how much ball does Jadon Carnes know. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, I got 10 questions for you, so we're gonna see if you can go 10 for 10 or what we gonna get. Starting out with question 1. It's all NBA related. Who is the only player in NBA history to average a triple-double for an entire season more than once?
Man, that is hard. The only player I'm probably gonna say somebody recent, Russell Westbrook.
Ding, 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 ding. 100%.
Yeah,
because I think when he did it the first time, it was the first time since Oscar, wasn't it?
Yeah, Oscar Robertson was first, and then he broke the record. So I was gonna say Oscar, but I wanted to keep it. I'm pretty sure it was Russell. So try to keep it recent.
Russell Westbrook, not Brick. Y'all get that right now. He's still him. All right. Question 2. Which NBA legend scored 100 points in a single game, a record that still stands today?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Telling you, man, if I never gave up the dreams, it might have been me. How do you feel about that game? Do you think that it's like you gotta fluctuate the numbers because of the time period?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or do you give him all credit?
I mean, I give him credit for doing what he's doing, but I mean, the game was completely different back then. Wilt was probably going up against
Plumbers.
Guys who were working 9 to 5s before the game.
Yeah.
So, but he also, he was a baller. He's a 7-footer. So, he still would have been good in today's age, but 100 points in today's age would have been
nuts.
Interesting.
It makes you think, though, with Kobe getting 81, it's like how it's always a question.
Yeah. But it's impressive regardless. It's impressive.
All right. So that's right now you're 2 for 2. Still got 8 more to go, brother. Who was the youngest player ever to score 30 points in an NBA game?
Oh, the youngest player ever to score.
I feel like this is low-key a trick question. I think it's one of the obvious ones, but it's also one that they try and get you by making this something like this.
I have 2 answers. I'm probably going to say... I think I'm going to say LeBron.
Boom. There you go.
Right.
I think because you think Kobe came straight out of high school too, right?
Yeah, I was going to say it was going to be one of the guys who came right out of high school. I was going to say either Kobe or Bron.
Because I think Kobe came out. He came out. What's his name? Who played with Minnesota and then went on to the Celtics. Came straight out of high school too. Big guy.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, Garnett came straight out of high school, but LeBron was him coming in. 18 years old in the league. Yeah. That's nuts, bro. It's only 2 years for me, 3 years for you. That's crazy. So 3 for 3 right now. Question 4. What NBA player famously said, "I don't practice practice"?
I don't practice practice.
I don't practice practice.
Allen Iverson.
That's the one. Bro, I think he is the epitome of like a person who's just so naturally talented. It's like, but I see a lot more guys from that era who come out now on these podcasts and start talking, and they all seem to have such a similar attitude about it.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of similar.
He was a game changer, generational, for on and off the court. Generational.
Who would you say you kind of like growing up watching wanted to model your game after?
model my game after in the NBA. I mean, I'm a big Charlotte Hornets fan, so I mean, I grew up watching Kimball Walker,
Mm,
star point guard for them. I definitely wanted to be him and that little step back that he had. I tried to practice that all the time, but to model my game after as I got older, guys like Klay Thompson,
mm.
uh, guys like Kyle Korver. I don't know if you've heard that name
Oh,
before. It's
everyone knows
a
Cal.
um, guys like that who I have a I would say somewhat of a similar play style to. Uh, but I mean, Kimball Walker was the guy I wanted to be growing
Kimba
up.
was bigger than life in Charlotte.
Yeah, he
I
was
think
big time.
you get like teams like that. Like Charlotte is one of those areas like you find a player, kind of like how we did Cam for football. Kimba was like a little smaller level, but like he was
No,
Charlotte.
he was big time. Him
Hmm.
and he was unbelievable.
All righty. So question 5: which team won 72 games in the season before the Warriors broke the record?
The Bulls, Chicago Bulls.
Did you think OKC was on pace to do it this year before?
Yeah, but I mean, in today's
It's
NBA,
not possible.
it's just not possible. It's just hard. It's hard with how good every player is and how good teams are with their offensive skill set. It's a lot harder to do that now. But
They're,
yeah, it was the
they're,
Bulls.
they were fun
Bulls.
to watch in the beginning of the
Oh yeah,
season.
100%. Still are.
Question 6. You're lucky killing us right now. These questions aren't hard enough. I should have gone and made these a little harder. Who has the most NBA championships as a player?
Bill Russell.
Boom. Did your mind go to Ori for a moment?
My mind went to uh, MJ, but I mean, I know that's a pretty common question.
Hmm.
There's a picture of Bill Russell where he's got his hands like this and he has like all his rings on his finger.
Yeah. What's it like,
So,
11?
yeah.
Or
Yeah, I think it was double digits.
that's more rings than
So,
you have fingers.
I'm
That's
not sure,
looking
but I know it
nuts.
was him. I know it was him.
Did you ever have like? Did it ever cross through your mind to maybe do something similar he did? Like, because the question is as a player, because he also went on to win one as a coach as well. Have you ever thought about maybe when you're done playing, crossing over into the coaching world?
Oh, 100%. That's what I want to do. So once that ball stops bouncing, I don't want to go away from it. I definitely want to still be around it and still make an impact. And I think coaching some younger guys is something I'm passionate about. It's something that I've done for a summer job the past couple of years, and I kind of fell in love with it. So I have a minor in coaching. I'm going to graduate with a minor in coaching. So it's definitely something I want to do 100%.
It's cool, bro. I remember I did one coaching job specific to my sport as well, football, when I was young with the younger kids. And I think you kind of find out, like, do you know what age level you would want to coach?
Yeah, middle school and high school for sure. Um, that's kind of where I want to be. I've done a lot with middle school boys, 7th and 8th graders, but I've done a good bit too with some younger high school. So that around that age group is where I want to be if I'm going to be at the high school level.
Well, I want to pick your brains on that a little bit more later, so I'm gonna hold
All right.
off on that for just a little second because there's a lot we can get into with that. So let's hurry up and get through this. With question 7, I have to ask you: who was the first unanimous MVP in NBA history?
The first unanimous. What's the word? Unanimous.
Unanimous.
Unanimous. There we go. MVP.
That means he got all the votes. Ain't nobody else got a single vote. He's the only person ever to get every single vote. Well, he's the first. Someone else got after him, actually, I think, last couple years. This is 2015. I can't tell the year. But, yeah, the only
No.
person to ever be a perfect vote.
No hint on the year it could be because I have a lot of guys in mind. I don't know who it could be though.
2015.
2015.
Around 2015 to 2018 era. He was him in that time period. He still is him, but he was him then. The only person to ever get every vote by that time.
2015, 2018. I don't want to say LeBron.
I don't think he hasn't won a MVP since, has he?
It's not Derrick Rose, is it? No. Is it Russell Westbrook again?
That's gonna have to be blank number 1. It was Stephen Curry.
Oh, Steph Curry. Come on.
Absolute GOAT. As a Warriors fan,
Yeah, that was a dynasty era.
I'm a little hurt as a
Should've
Warriors
known.
fan that he didn't know that, but
Yeah.
he's a Charlotte fan, so I'll give him some slack.
Yeah.
Well, question 8, I gotta ask you: which NBA player was drafted dead last and went on to win an MVP?
Isaiah Thomas.
Mm.
Is that wrong? Is that right?
It's Mo. I don't know if that's true for him too, but this one is specific to somebody in our current era.
Was the last pick?
He was pick
Oh,
60.
Isaiah. Pick 60.
Yeah, he's like literally pick 60. This guy is not, and I'll give you a hint. He's not just a one-time MVP either. I mean, he's
The last pick.
he's won a couple, and he's in the conversation every single year. Leads it every year, actually.
He was the last pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Only guy I know that was ever something that was the last pick in the draft was Isaiah Thomas, a point guard for the Celtics.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you. You
I
want
don't
me
know.
to
You
tell
have to
you?
tell me. You have to tell me.
Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic.
He was the 60th pick when he came into the league. But I would have been what 2014. He would have came in 20 around
Talking about
there.
the big man
Mm-hmm.
from
From
Denver.
Denver.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact about him: he was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
that's disrespectful.
So he didn't. We had Taco Bell commercial was going on whenever he got drafted. So I didn't know he was the 60th pick though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes a little bit more sense why they had Taco Bell running now. But that's messed up to him. But he kills it every year. I mean, I thought he's in that conversation for a guy who can finish the season with a triple double multiple times.
Yeah,
'cause
he's big time. He's hurt right now though, so he's not playing. But yeah, he's big time.
love to watch him
Great
play.
player.
It's slow, but it's
Yeah,
fun to
but
watch.
he's
He's technical.
Unbelievable talent for sure.
All right, question 9. We're almost at the end here. We only have 2 misses so far.
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
okay.
2 misses.
That's all right. Question 9. We have who holds the record for most points scored in a single playoff game?
Most points scored in a single playoff game. It's a tough one too. Got a year?
1986.
1986.
Yeah.
That's got to be MJ.
Yeah, it's a clear one
Yeah.
right there. As soon as you heard the 80s, yeah, it's MJ. Yeah, that guy. I mean,
Was
60.
it against the Celtics? Do you know? You don't know?
Don't know actually. It just says 63 points.
I think it was MJ. I don't know. That was when he was
Ball, and he probably was
Younger
playing.
years.
Probably was playing Bird and them, right?
possibly.
Yeah.
But that was his younger, early years. Yeah, but he
Mhm.
was.
This is like the first two runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then 63 points in a playoff game
Yeah,
is
it's gotta be
insane. You're talking about almost
it's
touching
nuts.
70.
Nuts.
I think what isn't LeBron's like career high like 61?
All time,
Yeah.
like it's in regular season.
Yeah, like 61.
It's something
for
close
LeBron.
like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Though. 63 in a playoff game. But all right, so we got one going on right there. This is the last question of the day, brother. This one I think is going to be a pretty interesting one, but a really easy one. Because you yourself on the court, you love to pass that ball. I mean, it's very clear, and you do it very well. Y'all as a team do it very well. But which NBA player has the most career assists in league history?
Yeah, I knew that question was coming. That's a tough one. A lot of really good players for that.
Do you know ball, Jadon?
All-time assist leader. Do you have another year?
I don't have it on my phone, but
I'm
I'd
gonna be
say
between.
he's one of the best tandems in history in terms of the reason he got assists because the guy he is one of the greatest scorers in NBA history.
I'm between a lot of guys.
Think about these two guys; they never won anything.
It's not John Stockton, is it? That
John Stockton.
Yeah.
Him and Carl Malone.
I was between
Uh-huh.
him, Steve Nash, or another guy named Jason Kidd.
Oh yeah,
But,
Jason. Yeah, that's a big guy right there too. Jason was a big guy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize till I was like older how big that guy was actually, because you see him on TV and I was like, that's Jason Kidd.
The John Stockton. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 out of 10, not bad.
Yeah, that's really good. Actually, that's 80%. You know what I'm saying? I think I won the last challenge we had on this thing, but the first time I said I'm just gonna sit here and test you. One of the best performances we've had here so far, so I'm gonna give you that. Came behind, but you've had experience. You've been here. You know what's going on.
Yeah,
here in
I know the
operation.
ropes a little bit, so I can be a little bit more prepared.
But speaking about where you've been, so you were originally from Concord, North Carolina, over there, not too far from Charlotte. Basically, most people would probably say I'm from Charlotte if you live in Concord. It's very similar. But I want to ask you, growing up in a state that is known as the Hoopin' State here in this area, you have some of the greatest NBA legends. You have two of some of the greatest teams in college, from Duke to Chapel Hill. It's a basketball state, really is. Tell me a little bit about how that influenced you, not only to play the sport, but just your outlook on the sport itself.
Yeah, it influenced me a lot. The Charlotte area, I mean, it's a big, like everybody plays basketball. It's definitely one of the biggest sports. Concord too. So just from being younger and growing up around people who all they wanted to do was play basketball, it kind of influenced me to be my favorite sport. And I played a lot of sports growing up, soccer, football, and I played those for a long time. But, basketball, I think was always where I found the most joy. And just being from that area, it's everywhere. You see it all the time. And when we have an NBA team, we have, like you said, two of the greatest colleges, universities of basketball of all time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a G League team close by, an NBA G League team. So basketball is, it's all around. So it's heavily influenced. Plus with my family as well. It was always on the TV. Always on the radio. So yeah, I was heavily influenced by people around me to get into it, and then that's really kind of where I found the joy in it.
Tell me a little about your family aspect of how basketball intertwines with your family. Your dad play, your mother play. What was that like?
Yeah, my dad played uh, college tennis at Wingate University, Division II, but he's a big basketball guy as well. My whole family on my dad's side is a big sports family. A lot of cousins play college sports, played college sports, and so with basketball, I started playing it early. But like I said, it was we're a big Tar Heel family, big Carolina basketball family, and so that was always on the TV, always on the radio in the car, and it was something that was talked about. My dad would take me to before they were the Hornets, they were the Charlotte Bobcats.
Yep.
Take me to some Charlotte Bobcats games, and it was a sport that he played, up until high school until he got to college, and then he played a ton after college. He sat in a bunch of leagues and stuff like that. So I was around it all the time. My dad built a basketball hoop in our driveway, and it wasn't even for us. He built it because he wanted to have his friends over to play 3-on-3.
That's fun.
But I think we got a ton of use out of it. But so he was a big influence on wanting to play basketball for sure.
And so, in the Concord area, you went to a school called Mount Pleasant High School.
Hmm.
Tell me a little bit about your time there. I want to start off as an athlete, and then we can get into the student aspect. But as an athlete, what was that like? Your time there playing basketball?
Yeah, my time there was it was special for sure. A lot of great memories. Basketball there for me. I mean, it wasn't something that came easy. I had to work my way up. Played JV my freshman year, and
Mm-hmm.
got put on the varsity as a sophomore. Just because we had a lot of guys who got injured, and so my name was called kind of early my sophomore year to get playing time on varsity, and then I kind of just worked my way up playing ball there, junior senior year, but it was a awesome time and I loved it, and I wouldn't have wanted to play basketball anywhere else. It's Mount Pleasant is a special community of people who really care about sports and about the success of sports. So the games are always packed, and um, they're always a good time. There's always a lot of people there, and I was able to help be a part of building that program up to kind of what it is today. They're a pretty respectable program. When I was coming up in
There you go.
school, it was I wouldn't say a dumpster fire, but it wasn't Mount Pleasant's not known for basketball, so I got to help build it up and be a part of I had a wonderful coach and great teammates, and I had got to have great memories, especially in my senior year, um, and it was great. I wouldn't have wanted to play my public high school ball anywhere else.
And so now, when you're in college now, you played basketball here. Now you're a senior, so you've had 4 years here. How would you say now, looking back, your time playing basketball in high school, especially at Mount Pleasant specifically, that they kind of prepared you when you got to college that you weren't really shell shocked, some stuff you were ready for. But then, what are some things when you got here as well? You were like, this is not what I experienced in high school. This is a complete different shift, and I got to get used to this.
Yeah, they Mount Pleasant definitely prepared me a lot, in a lot of different ways. I have a my head coach whenever I was there was a highly touted head coach around the area, and coached a lot of NBA guys. So,
Mm.
stressing the importance of the weight room, by him and by other coaches at the school was important. And so, that's something I still work on now with the kind of frame I have. But just being able to utilize that and be consistent in that was something that they taught. But also just allowed me to get a lot of skill work in. We did a lot of skill work stuff at Mount Pleasant over the summer, and got to work on a lot of skill work and a lot of shooting. There were drills that I was taught there, that really elevated me to be able to be a good shooter here at Brevard at the next level in college. But there's obviously a lot that you can't be prepared for, which is the physicality
Mm-hmm.
is huge. The pace of the game, of how fast college basketball is. That is all stuff that you kind of have to learn as you get here. And everybody is in college is good. There's not a team that has a player or a team that you can take a night off with. Every team is good. Every player in college, at this level was probably their best player at their high school, which is just the bare minimum. So everybody is good. So being able to, adapt to that and adapt to that physicality, adapt to the defense, because everybody at this level is really skilled offensively. And so being able to adapt to that definitely took some time, but the more practice with it, the better you get at it for sure.
And how involved would you say you were at Mount Pleasant in terms of outside of the extracurricular stuff that don't deal with sports? How like involved were you? Did you do some stuff, whether it be clubs or just helping at the school?
Yeah, I was a part of some different things. I would help volunteer at maybe a couple events. Um, I was a part of like a beta club whenever I was in
Hmm.
middle school.
But my brother loves that. I never
Um,
got into it.
yeah, did that in middle school for a little bit. Uh, and I was always around. I always come to, other sporting events. I wouldn't say I was a part of a lot of clubs. I think, playing sport. I played tennis as well. Playing sports took up a lot of my time, and that was something that I was really focused on. So I wasn't a part of a lot of clubs, but I definitely tried to be a part of the community as much as I could. Mount Pleasant is a special place, definitely, and the memories that I've made there and the people that I've met, they're really for me, at the public high school level, there was it's really special. Mount Pleasant's is a really special town. It has like a clique that a lot of other schools don't have with just, being connected and being together and
Hmm.
it was really special. So, I tried to be a part as much as I could, especially on the sports level. And I had a good support system behind my back whenever I was there at my 4 years. So,
I think you keep talking about how great Mount Pleasant was as an area, as a school. And I kind of want to ask you then. So you've spent the last 4 years here at Brevard. Before you left high school, though, you were in Concord, North Carolina. You grew up there. You went to Mount Pleasant High School, and that's all you knew. What about Brevard made it the school for you that you were like, that's where I want to spend the next 4 years of my life? What were the factors that kind of led to that decision?
yeah, it was close to home for one. That was a big one.
How
So I'm
far would you
about
say?
I'm about 3 hours away from home, so I can make that. Whenever I was going through the recruiting process, being able to be somewhere where I could go back in one night if I really had to,
Mm-hmm.
was not like a deal breaker, but it was ideal. So being close to home, the area too, the Western Carolina area is not an area that I'm necessarily familiar with. Um, it's not an area where I kind of grew up vacationing or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, actually being able to spend, 4 years in the mountains was intriguing to me. And then also, basketball standpoint, I felt like it was my best opportunity to come in and to compete early for minutes and for an opportunity. I felt like I fit what the program was trying to do. Well, I felt like I fit their system and the culture and what they embody. It was all kind of things that I liked and that I kind of believed in and wanted to buy into. And I just wanted to help build the program up. When I first got here, the program was still going through a transition stage of going from D2 to D3, and
Mm-hmm.
you know they were going through some rough patches, but they were getting on the rise. They were starting to do some special things, and I kind of saw that, and I kind of wanted to be a part of that. And so that's kind of what kind of led me to here.
And so I'll ask you now, looking back, you've had all your 4 years. I know I'm a junior, so I'm kind of starting to formulate my thoughts on this myself. But it's like, how would you say that you feel about that decision now that you look back at it? Whether you say, obviously, I'm sure you would say it's the right decision, but in what ways have you kind of noticed that it was a good decision for you?
Yeah, it was a great decision, especially now that I've been here for 4 years and I look back at it. It was a great decision. The things that I've been able to help be a part of that are bigger than basketball, I can't deny that, and I can't look past that. That is a special thing, special things to be a part of, with clubs, with events, the people that I've met, the friendships that I've been able to build with a lot of my teammates. It's just bonds that I know whenever it's all said and done that I'm still gonna still talk to. Those are the things that outside of basketball, that the impact that I've been able to help leave and that I've seen has really been special,
Mm.
and that's made all these 4 years worth it. Because as a freshman, when I first got here and being away from home for the first time, I was like, man, I got to get out of here. I just want to go back home and be with
Yes.
my people back home. But just stuck it out, obviously, and I've been able to meet great people. I've been able to build wonderful connections with people that can help me out in my future careers. And I've been able to be a part of things on this campus that, you know, when I first got here, I never thought would happen. And
Mm.
that's the biggest thing. That's been the biggest blessing for me. And the people I've gotten to meet, the people and the friendships I've gotten to build, I can't look past any of that. And I'm super thankful for that. And that's the biggest reason to why I'm glad that I stuck it out and that I'm thankful for over these 4 years. That's kind of what made me uh, be thankful and be excited to be here is those friendships and those bonds and the special things I've been able to be a part of that are bigger than basketball.
Well, man, I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment. We're gonna get into a lot of what makes things bigger than basketball here for you. But I remember me and you had gotten together with another close friend of ours last semester before this semester came up before your season, and we were all just kind of sitting down talking, just running through some stuff as normal. So I'm gonna take a moment and brag on my friend here, y'all, and talk about. We mentioned coming into the season, like scoring 1,000 points in basketball is a very big deal. In high school, it's like, wow, like what in the world somebody did that? Because like I could never imagine do that in high school. I played JV my 10th grade year. I ain't touched basketball after that since. Now it's just a recreational fun sport. I couldn't imagine what that even feels like. But to go into college and be able to say that not only did I do something like that in high school against the level of talent I played then, but I went to the next level and I was able to not just compete, but I was able to thrive. That's a big deal. And obviously, Jadon Carnes has come to Brevard College and has joined a very exclusive club and found himself as another 1,000 point scorer. We talked before the season. You kind of mentioned that was a goal of yours that you kind of wanted to get to. Obviously, the number one goal was winning and having team success. And along the way, you have found yourself and able to hit that goal. Tell me what it's like to have hit that achievement, but also be able to hit that achievement with the teammates and the system you have around you.
Yeah, it's an incredible honor to be able to achieve that. It's something I didn't get to do in high school, um, and whenever I was coming into my senior year, and you look at the stats, and you're like, it's something that you have a real possibility of doing. It was definitely a goal. I didn't go into games thinking
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I gotta get this amount of points so I can get closer to my 1,000 points. At the end of the day, I care about winning. That's what matters. That's what people are gonna remember. But it's a huge milestone just because it's something that you work for. I've made a ton of sacrifices. My family has made a ton of sacrifices to put me in this position, to put me in a position to be successful on the court. I've missed out on things, and I've missed out on doing things with friends and being a part of things to work towards a goal. And that can be lonely sometimes, and can kind of put you in isolation at times. But that's what I wanted, and if that was a goal that I had, I really wanted to work towards that, and I was willing to make those sacrifices. And I'm just so thankful for my family being able to make those sacrifices too, and to be able to support me in that. And it's an incredible honor. It's something that I would have never thought I would have done when I first got here as a freshman, and to be able to put my name in the history books. With the program, with the basketball team, to be able to do it in the system, to be able to have support of my teammates supporting me and being there for me. It's really special. It's a big honor, and I'm super thankful for it. Super thankful for it, and I won't ever forget it for sure. It's a special moment.
So obviously the type of man you are, like these personal goals, they're cool, they're great and everything, but you're so much more into the selfless thing. So it's the team aspect about the team has to win before I ever want like personal success. And obviously since you've been here at Brevard, men's basketball has been a very entertaining and fun thing to watch. It's some of the most fun games you'll ever see. The crowd is very involved and they're into it. But obviously as players, y'all's goal isn't just to have fun out there on the court playing around. Y'all want to win and y'all want to reach the highest goal, which ultimately is starting out with a conference championship. And since you've been here, I know y'all haven't had the chance to get there yet at this point. But this is your senior year, your last year, and I know when y'all go out there, y'all just want to win and play for your brothers. What is it that it's going to take for you all, and what is kind of the mindset that's going to carry y'all through this season at this point? Where y'all are really at the peak as we're recording this at the moment of the season. What is it going to take to get through this conference stretch and really overcome those battles?
Yeah, it's just gonna take just wanting to win more than the other team. We have all the tools, we have all the pieces to be successful in conference play, and the biggest thing for us is that we're gonna have to want it more than the other team. We're gonna have to really get after it, make more of the little plays, and just compete harder than the other team. If we can do that and really be about that and embody that and embody the importance of the little things, then we're going to be very successful in this second half of the conference. And I know the guys on the team definitely want to do that. We put a good step forward this past weekend in the win we had on Saturday, and I can tell you could tell in the locker room that guys are bought in, and guys want to win, and guys want to be successful and make the tournament and try to go far in it. The conference is a really good conference this year, but it's wide open. Anybody can beat anybody. And so, we know we have to be on our A game to do that, but it's something we're more than capable of doing. We've been putting a good step forward this past couple of weeks of getting ourselves back on track and really just trying to go all out and do what we can to get these wins so we can keep playing in late February and March.
Man, so obviously, well, we'll be there rooting y'all on and clapping our hands, whether we're there online or we're there physically and we're all on road trips. But let's take a moment real quick and flip away from the basketball side of things, because again, you're not only an athlete here at Brevard College, but you are also a student. I want to kind of ask you, when it comes down to your time here at Brevard, what are some things that you have experienced in the extracurricular things, whether it be in the classroom as well, we can take it there, your academics, but also take a step off to campus life and so on. What are some things you've experienced here that have kind of made this experience at Brevard great for you?
Yeah, well, just quickly with the academic side, I've had wonderful professors, and the department. I'm a physical education major, and I have a minor in coaching. The physical education department is unbelievable. Uh, so shout out to my advisor and one of my professors, Dr. Kim. He's unbelievable. The connections and the build up that they have. I've been able to build a ton of connections throughout my 4 years here, and a large part of that is because of my academic endeavors, and so I'm super thankful for that.
Let's put a
Um,
pin right there if we can, real quick.
yeah,
Academic, all conference, and all district. You've hit both of those pivots in your time here throughout the years, starting from freshman year all the way to this point. Were you able to kind of manage the aspect of knowing you got to get out on that court and battle later tonight, but I'm in class right now, let me get this work done?
yeah. Student athlete, student comes first. So procrastinating is something that I've always done. So really, really putting a step forward, getting into college and saying, hey, I'm going to really get my schoolwork done because that's important. And if you don't do that, you're not going to be able to play ball. And so, my whole goal in coming to college is to graduate with a degree that can further me more in my future.
Hmm.
So just finding the importance of getting my schoolwork done, finding the time to get it done. Spend a lot of time in the library doing stuff, a lot of time in my room. But I just, value when something's got to get done, it's got to get done, regardless of if I want to do it or not. So,
I need to take a little bit away from you on that one, man. I've been trying to work on it myself. I
yeah,
think,
yeah, still work on it now.
yeah.
But
And college has been a big help for that. I think in high school I was a little lax on it, but you get to college and realize like you can't
yeah.
operate that way
Hmm.
anymore. But let's go back to a little bit more. What are some things on campus outside of the classroom that you've been involved in that you would
Yeah,
like to speak about?
I've been in a lot of things. Christ Club, some I've been a part of since I was a freshman here. I've been able to be a part of that and be a part of building things there. Been a part of obviously the worship nights that we do on campus. Um, this year specifically, and a little bit last year as well. Just being able to be a part of that is super important and super valuable to me. Also, being a part of clubs, volunteering for things. I've done a lot of things for Brevard and for the community to represent the school that I'm super grateful for, and that I would have never have thought I've done. I'm a pretty reserved person unless you really know me, so I don't like to get out of my comfort zone to go do things like that. But it was a passion and desire to me. As a Christian, coming to Brevard was really more about me wanting to continue to follow on what I thought the Lord had planned for me, and that was being His witness here on campus. So being
Yeah.
able to be a part of Christ Club, being able to help do the worship nights, being able to see, one of my teammates get saved, and being able to help, talk with people and find a church here that I can get connected in. That has made I could put all the basketball stuff to the side, and all that stuff right there is the most important. It's what I value the most. It is what I feel like I have been called to do here in my 4 years, and I'm just so thankful that I've been able to see the impact, be impacted, and be able to be a part of that impact. Super special, super valuable to me, and I'm just so thankful for it. And how the Lord has helped use me in this campus, and
Hmm.
that's bigger than any point I've ever scored as a tornado.
And that's big time. And obviously, that all speaks to what you've done here. And I know that you're not done yet, even though your senior year and everything is starting to wrap up. You still have time here, and there's a lot I know you want to do. But let's take a moment to go back now to kind of I told you to put a pin in that coaching conversation earlier today. Let's talk about that coaching now. That's your post college pursuits. What does that look like for you? I know you probably don't know exactly what the timing of it all looks like, but what are the steps and what are you looking to do with all that?
Yeah, lot of different ways that I can do that. A lot of different opportunities for me. Whether it's starting that coaching opportunity at the high school level, or collegiate. Being a grad assistant, going back and getting a master's is an option. Starting at the high school level is also another option. I have the opportunity to be able to do both. So just trying to decide which option is best for me, to decide which path I want to go down. And a lot of thinking and prayer is going to be reflected on that once the season's over. I'll be sending a lot of emails to a bunch of different companies, organizations that go beyond just coaching and trying to find what's best for me.
So with that, I'd say, Jaden, if I was to run into you on the street somewhere, let's say you don't know me and we're in a very neutral site, there's nothing that's going to, cause you to think or pivot one way. It's just you and me. When I come and ask you, Jadon Carnes, what are you passionate about? What matters to you? What would you say?
What matters to me, uh, from a career standpoint, what matters to me is doing something that makes me happy. Um, and so, basketball is super important in that. I don't want to go away from the game. I want to be a part of that. And I think coaching and training and things like that is the best opportunity for me to do that. But what matters to me the most and what is the biggest impact on my life is how I'm living my life for the Lord, and if I'm living my life for His will that He has on my life. That is what matters to me the most. That is my the most impactful thing for me. That's what I live my life by. That's what I stamp my life by. And that's how I make every decision and every step in my life is through that. So that's what matters to me the most. I want to be successful in a career, and I want to be successful in whatever I do. That's important to me. That matters to me. But I want to do that the right way, and I want to do that in the way that I know the Lord has a plan for.
And so obviously, I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to be successful in whatever you do. I say, obviously, the Lord has a plan for you, and that's not a question or a doubt. But I'm going to ask you to take a moment real quick for the success that you've already had in your life. Again, you've gotten to college, you're playing basketball. You're a student who's not just going to class, but you're doing well in class. Again, you don't get those accolades academically by just showing up. You have to put the
Mhm.
work in. So I want to ask you, though, the people who have kind of supported you to get there, from family to friends, to some people who might be in the classroom that may not even be college professors, but all the way back to maybe the elementary school teacher who kind of inside of the love for learning for you. I'm going to give you a moment before we get out of here to just look in the camera, forget AB is here for a moment. I'm not even here right now. I'm not even here. And just tell those people what you may want to tell them. They were standing right here in front of you.
Yeah. I just want to thank, first and foremost, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without Him. That is my focal point and what I live my life by, and what I strive to be each and every day. I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my brothers. The sacrifices that all four of them have made for me is unbelievable. And um, the driving me to places, the taking me to places, to getting me into the gym, to my dad sneaking me into the gym at the high school just so I can go get shots up. All that has an impact on the success that I had, and I'm super thankful for all that, the money that they spent on me, the sacrifices that they have made to put me in this position. I can't describe it. It's unbelievable, all of them. My brothers rebounded for me. Just the little things it's super important, the success that I've had here on and off the court, and the way they've raised me and the way they've brought me up. I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for their their parenting and how they raised me. And they are a massive part of my success. And I'm also thankful for all the teammates I've had in high school and in college and their support. The coaches that I've had, my high school coaches were unbelievable. Jody Barbie and Grant Pruitt, just allowing me to be successful, pushing me to be something that I never thought I would be. I wouldn't have been playing college basketball without them. And they're a huge part of my impact, and they still are, just allowing me to get in the gym, allowing me to still come shoot and to work out with the high school team. All those things, they have a massive impact on my success, and I'm super thankful for them, and I'm super thankful for the Mount Pleasant community and the support they've shown me. There's nothing like I've played a lot of great games, some games on ESPN here, some games in some big
Hmm.
stadiums, but there's nothing like running out to a crowd on a Friday night at a Mount Pleasant High School basketball game. So I'm super thankful for those sacrifices and for them letting me get in the gym, for the local weight room letting me come work out without a membership, let me come in and lift. Just the people who have supported me in my success, me being able to be successful at the college level and to be able to score 1,000 points would not have happened without those people making those sacrifices for me. And I'm super thankful for that. I'm super thankful for my high school teammates and for the connections they build with me, for still wanting to get shots up with me, for still wanting to rebound for me, for still keeping in check with me. My church family, the support they give me, the cards they send me, um,
Yeah.
the the uh, the notes that they write to me still, the encouragement that they send me, coming to support me at games. I mean, I can't do any of this. I can't be who I am without all of that, without my church family, without my family, without my teammates here, my coaching staff here at Brevard, without this community, and without my Mount Pleasant community back home. It's unbelievable, and there's been so many people that I haven't even think that have made sacrifices for me, that have done things for me, that has put me in this position, and I wouldn't be here without all of that. So just thankful. I'm so thankful, and just thank you to everybody who has put me in this position as I wind up my 4 years here. I'm just so thankful for all of it.
Well, brother, I want to go ahead and say thank you for joining me today. Obviously, you're always here helping me behind the camera, so thank you for that as well. It should be a special thank you to you because you have really helped this Inside Tornado be what it is, and I'm grateful that we can have you here in front of the camera because you're not just good at clicking buttons. Not only are you good at basketball, but you're a good man, a good man of God, and I appreciate you for coming and joining me today. Special shout out, thank you to Caitlin Wynn, who is behind the camera today, clicking for us, coming and helping us here in the podcasting studio. I just want to say, anything you want to say, last thing before we go?
I'm good, man. I've said it all. I've said it all. Just thankful. I'm super thankful for the position that I've been put in, and for all the people who have allowed it to happen and made it happen for me.
Well, y'all, this has been senior men's basketball number 12, Jadon Carnes. If you have not yet popped out to a game, please do. The season is still going on, and we have some more games coming up, and they will be, they're working hard, man. I have no doubt we'll be seeing them in the playoffs, so y'all better be ready to come watch them out, man. Again, as always, go Nados.
Go Nados.